Are you ready?
Big pop.
And the vote weighs in 63% favorite for Toast. About 2/3, a little under, are predicting he'll win, but he's got a tough opponent.
Coming in first in the white corner.
Look at the tail of the
weighing
tape.
in at 163 pounds at
very
5'9".
Not a lot of edge to be gained.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Absolutely about the same height, just a slight
I have
advantage
to
to
give one
Pointcrow.
more-
About the, well, a
Little bit of
big weight
weight, yeah.
advantage for Eric.
So Eric had to
Pointcrow.
go down. He was originally 160. Toast came up. We've talked about how it's harder to come up, but also when you go down, maybe you have a little less energy. You know, you lose a little bit of your power. The reach is similar, but the fact is they're also even rated in chess, about 600 for each, and that's where we're gonna start. We got 7 total rounds tonight. The first round's chess, second round's boxing, and then it alternates until we have a winner by checkmate, knockout, TKO, timeout in chess. Let's jump into it. Levy, what are you seeing on the board here? We're about to jump in. You've seen these players before, right?
I have seen them before, and this will be a more serious affair than the last one. There's not going to be any questioning of the audience for moves, as we have a queen's pawn opening.
And
So
of
far,
course,
so good.
Toast is a very new player to chess, known for his strategy gaming. I invited him to a chess tournament. It was the Ludwig stupid chess, dumb chess.
Yeah, we did that one
Where you
together.
were able to see the eval bar. Toast performed phenomenally in that event for somebody who's not really accustomed to the game. Pointcrow hasn't played too much chess, but picked it up, I think, for this event and played it in his childhood, so.
By the way, mirror image position. This is one of the things about the London. It's kind of non-combative, so your opponent can mirror image what you do. Now, as white, you can take advantage of that because you go first. In this case, Pointcrow is just trying to develop his pieces. He's not looking to take advantage of anything, and I actually feel like Toast might just copy him until he punches him in the face at the chessboard, which will probably be a DQ. So he's going to probably make just the same exact moves. He might break the symmetry right now. They'd already exchanged the smile about it.
I mean, not a bad strategy. Just copying the moves until a boxing round. If you think that's what you're gonna do better, why not?
Oh, no, Toast lashes out on the queen side, and it's already a fatal error, but not because of that move. Bishop takes pawn was even stronger. That's still a good move. It could get very bad right now unless Toast defends himself, and he's not. He's invited the knight in.
On the board, and he finds it.
Oh,
Check
my
to
goodness.
The king, and rook is hanging.
And
This is
the
a
queen
disaster.
cannot capture the knight because if it does, the bishop is defending.
Yes.
So he has to sacrifice the rook here, which is obviously the worst of two
Yes,
poisons.
so he has to move his king, knight takes, and now queen takes. All right, this is actually not horrible for Toast. He is losing, and the computer is sitting there going, he's really losing. Yeah, he should end it right now, but the computer's not boxing, okay? The computer's not involved in the event. So queen takes in the corner. His position is relatively stable. Now Pointcrow might take the foot off the gas a little bit, and I think he just did. I think he played a random pawn move. So he's just playing solid. And Toast is still the aggressor. His king's in the center of the board. He should not be the aggressor.
But
he should not be doing that.
No danger of checkmate, and there's the bell coming back to the corners, getting ready for a boxing round with an advantage to Pointcrow, both on the time and on the position.
But again, we've seen a lot of people lead early with the chess. Our first 2 competitors, that same story happened, and what happened in the ring? A quick TKO. So we could see the same thing here. Now, their skill is kind of unknown. Toast has dropped a couple videos of his fighting, and he looks pretty good. Pointcrow hasn't done shit in terms of content for this. He hasn't shown a single image of him fighting.
That's right. All I've heard from Eric is that he has sparred only bigger opponents. He wanted to be challenged when he was preparing. And he also said he competed with a fellow participant in this event, Hugo Hugs. And he got hit with the biggest shot of training from Hugs. We saw him earlier earning a TKO, so Eric can take a shot from Hugs. I think he can take a shot from
Toast.
From Toast, but time will tell.
Toast with the, is that a Captain America set of gloves? That's.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Check that out.
Wow.
Captain America smashing the gloves together, trying to get the crowd hype, and let's hear it. A main event, round 1 of boxing.
Conventional time. You punch from here to here, here to here.
Toast looking cut up. Got that six-pack rocking.
And we are jumping into it. Hop into the corners.
I'll stand up.
Let's get on your feet for the final round of the night. The final match.
There's the bell. First round underway.
Oh.
And fireworks already. Exchanging jabs. Cross over the top. Cross to the body. Cross back up top.
Oh.
And Eric.
Pointcrow all over
way
him.
more shots.
Oh. He just.
And separation. Let's see if we get a stoppage. We do. The count begins. Toast will have 8 seconds to pull himself back together in order to continue.
Now, we talked about it earlier. You get 3 stoppages per round. Otherwise, it's a TKO. You get 4 stoppages per set.
That's
the
right.
fight.
That's 1 for Pointcrow.
And Toast is trying to implement something his coach told him.
Oh, a low blow.
Oh!
Pointcrow a little below the belt on that.
We got a nut shot.
Oh my gosh.
Toast will have as much time as he needs to recover, pull himself together, and be ready to go.
Yeah, we just took a replay. The crowd not happy.
That might have been 2 low blows. The first didn't find its mark, the second did.
Crowd is upset at that. They're booing Pointcrow. Toast gets as much time as he needs. Toast waving it off. Now, I will say, I believe these 2 competitors are wearing cups, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so safety gear is being worn, both helmets and cups. That doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt, though. It just means it hurts a little less.
Sometimes the sack slips between, you know how it is. Pointcrow tapping the dick and ball showing. I got a cut there, don't worry about it, guys.
All right, we're back into it. One warning for Pointcrow, that low blow, and 1 stoppage to Pointcrow for earlier.
Pointcrow getting close, trying to throw some jabs in a grapple situation. These guys are just throwing punches.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
In the clinch, both have 1 hand posted up on their opponent, the other hand going wild.
It looks like a God of War Ragnarok cutscene. Still a few seconds in this round. I'm not exactly sure, maybe 10, maybe 20.
Pointcrow finding his entry into Toast range with jabs, and now going off with Toast back up against.
Oh, is that the bell?
Yeah, Toast swinging his way out. Not the bell yet. The refs.
30 seconds left in the round.
A lot of time. We got to grapple.
Ah, there we go.
And
That's
there's the
bell.
time.
Time a little bit wrong there on the screen, but that was a minute 30 with the stoppage for the below the belt hit and also the stoppage from Toast.
That's right. The time
Countdown.
to recover. The time was going, so we kept official time. 1 minute 30 just ended, and we're about to take the gloves off, go back to the center of the ring, pick up the chess game where we left off.
I mean, I think a good job by Toast there in punching back. Obviously, we've seen a lot today where someone gets a count and then they just get counted again and again, and the ref has to call TKO. We didn't see that.
No, we
He
didn't.
held his own after the first count, and so I'm excited to see how the second round of boxing goes if we get there.
And Pointcrow throws on the glasses again. Clark Kent, little Superman action. Clark Kent, you know, he's back in there. He's gonna.
And let's take
Get
a look
on
at the
the chessboard again.
Starforge replays. This was from the boxing round. Gonna see a few of the hits here.
Clean cross right through the middle, catching the chin. There comes the separation.
Couple
In the
behind.
clinch, both posting up and throwing shots over the top.
That's not allowed, Matt, is it?
Yeah, they weren't all the way like hugging each other like that.
Couple body shots.
Boom! Big shot lands over the top.
Nice shot
for
to the face.
Toast.
Backed off there. Of course, we saw the couple of shots below the belt. That doesn't count as stoppage, but it certainly hurts still.
That's right. So 1 stoppage in favor of Pointcrow and the advantage on the board, currently Pointcrow's. Levy, what do you see in this position?
Yeah, so just to remind everybody, Pointcrow got off to a great start. He got a very, very good attack going, won a couple of pawns, and won a rook in the corner. He has a very big advantage. Does he have an advantage that's good enough to put him away in the chess? I don't know, but he's winning on both fronts right now.
Yeah, it's looking really good. By the way, for everybody watching at home, you can see this match both in French, Spanish, and English if you click the gear in the bottom right, as well as all the previous VODs. They've been uploaded for your pleasure to watch as we get into our final match here between these 2 competitors.
Yeah, so Toast has blundered his knight over here, but yeah, you see, Pointcrow goes forward, and Toast forgetting.
Yeah,
he's forgetting the queen can take.
Right, so when you were in check, you can either move the king with the knight or you can capture the knight. Those are the 2 options you have.
Don't take it. Oh, thank God.
Can't capture it here because the bishop's defending.
That was a tricky trap.
Yeah,
the
Toast
bishop is
keenly
here.
aware. When somebody makes a move that dumb, it's not dumb.
You know what's a great move
Or
right now?
the
Bringing your queen right here to then dart into the black position. It could end right now. And I'm looking, and Pointcrow has played that move. Ladies and gentlemen,
Very sharp.
that's checkmate. So right now, Toast has 1 minute to figure this out, really.
Yeah, and maybe
Can
he
it be
plays it a bit
defended?
slower. Maybe he plays it a bit slower. He's got a lot of time on the clock. He makes a move. He's reaching for it.
No, I don't think he sees the mate, but that's a very tough mate because you got to realize the knight guards the queen and the knight is guarded by the bishop, and he's blundered it.
Checkmate if Pointcrow finds it.
Wait.
Wait a minute. One square away.
Wait. He actually hasn't taken his hand off the queen.
This is like how I
Now,
play
this
with
is
my
legal.
uncle.
You can hold it there, and he's hit the clock. It's now a legal move. It's not mate.
Dude, that's how I used to play with my uncle. Just hold it there for an hour because he'd yell at me if I
No,
looked over.
it's
and took
like slow rolling. It's like in poker. You play, they make a move, right? So you could see.
It's stressing me out.
Now, Toast only has one legal move. He might actually think he's checkmated.
And that's B7. B7 is the escape square.
And he can play it slow enough that he's guaranteed another boxing round, which I think what he'd want to do here if he's aware of the total time. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're getting another boxing round, ladies and gentlemen. Who's excited? Really?
Toast has a lot to prove in the ring, Matt. From what you saw in the first round, you think it's possible?
Absolutely. Toast showed great signs of knowing how to keep Pointcrow at a distance. He landed one of the cleanest shots of the round with a right hand right over the top. He wasn't backing down when the clinch came and they were exchanging shots. I would give the boxing advantage so far to Pointcrow with that knockdown. The low blow was unfortunate. We'll see how this round shakes out with Pointcrow coming back. Lots of energy and a really good position on the board.
And of course, it's worth being keenly aware that this is our final card of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Now, after it's over, stick around because Cash App's giving away tons of cash. We have a lot of surprises in store from them. Well, let's get on our feet here. Come on, everybody. It's our final fight.
Why are we sitting down? They're fighting. We can at least stand up.
And, hey, of all the fights, these guys are not holding back. They're throwing swings. They're taking hits. So we're going to maybe see a TKO.
Watch the elbows and the kidneys. I know you don't mean it.
All right, one stoppage already for Pointcrow. He gets 3 in this round. He wins.
All right, Toast. Walking up.
Good entries with the jab. They're finding each other's range, finding the distance, getting in tight. No clean shots landed yet for either.
Pointcrow taking a lot of
There's
swings.
a good jab for Toast. An accidental head clash. Didn't seem to do any damage.
Moving the head enough to dodge these blows. Ref breaking it up, a little too close. Minute 10.
Back inside. Oh, a great slip and counter from Toast.
Oh, and Toast on the attack.
And now 2 more shots later for Toast. Definitely the advantage so far to Toast.
Toast looking good. Pointcrow reaching for a hug. The crowd's getting excited by this. Still 50 seconds on the clock. Over half the time remaining. Great hits from Pointcrow.
Yeah, but Toast doing a great job getting out of the way. Toast is not taking a huge amount of damage
A
here.
little bit of bullying happening from Eric, pushing him up against the ring, but not up against the rope, but not a clear shot landed.
Yeah, and Toast's corner has been begging for a slip uppercut, and he's landed it once or twice.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like at the moment he's going to be able to get any uppercuts.
Yeah,
Flip counters look
mid-set.
great.
You can mid-set coach. This is Coach Quick, legendary coach.
Oh, there it was. Slip.
Oh, wow.
What a response from Pointcrow.
Shot for shot, still 20 seconds. These guys are hitting each other hard. 15 seconds remaining. They got to put it out here. Let's see what they do.
Final seconds, seeing some action.
10 seconds. Let's get loud for them.
2 right hooks to the body, 1 right up top for Pointcrow. Big shots in the clinch. Separation coming in, final seconds, and going. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the bell, back to chess.
Wow, wow, wow.
Give it up
wow.
for these 2 warriors.
Tell me, how do you feel after watching that round? It was a little closer, I think.
Yeah, Toast, I think Toast really got his bearings. He understood what the entry was for Pointcrow, was able to time it, slip outside of shots, and counter with overhand rights and that uppercut that Levy mentioned earlier. Really good stuff from Toast, definitely an improvement from the last round. We got
the Hard Forge replays here. Let's take a look at these connected hits. What do you see here, Matt?
Yeah, that clinch and just banging each other. A little irregular, you won't see that in high-level boxing, but it's working here, neither fighter backing down. There's 2 shots upstairs for Toast. Pointcrow doing a good job of getting inside of Toast's range, getting a few shots in, but Toast definitely stepping up this second boxing round.
If you had to make a call, who was leading that round?
Yeah, I think the first round goes to Pointcrow. I think the second round goes to Toast. So it's dead even going into this third chess round where Pointcrow does have the advantage with the white pieces.
Yeah, and that's a great point. Let's flip it over to you, Levy. The chess side of things, not so even.
No, definitely not so even. Obviously, we can't get into details until the players have on their noise-canceling headphones, but it's a very strong attack from Pointcrow. And it looks like they are either fist bumping or shaking hands or ready to get going. The Clark Kent glasses are back on. I was really hoping he wasn't going to box with them. I'm glad he is not boxing with them.
Yeah, and by the way, for everyone watching at home, we do have a surprise coming after this from Cash App, so stick around for it after this fight. And while you're here, subscribe, because I'm damn near at 4 mil and the number going up makes me happier. Anyway, let's jump into it. It takes just like 5 seconds, right? Anyway.
When's the last time you said bigger number, better person?
Today, bigger number, better person. Let me get 4 mil, please, for the love of God. Now, their noise-canceling headphones are on. Levy, tell them the truth.
It's made. It's made literally by accident in many ways. If the queen comes here and here, or there and there, what I just drew on the big screen, Pointcrow has it, but he might get a little, greedy. He might grab a pawn, which the queen can capture right now diagonally to the right side. That is a free pawn, and it is a check. The problem right now is black's king is out and about with no defense. The queen is in the corner. It's a very bad situation for Toast, and instead of all that...
A defensive move, a castle.
And
yeah,
I think a mistake here from Toast to play so quickly, understanding that there's a mate possibility.
I don't think he understands there's a mate possibility.
What?
Yeah, there's
a
move here.
Pointcrow does either, though.
Take the knight, no, with the queen?
No, yes, exactly. Oh, but okay, so the reason that move is not good is because white still has that big attack potentially on the black king.
But that is a fork.
That is a fork.
Both rooks being attacked by the knight.
This is a bit distracted right now. There is a big fight coming on the top left, and they're working on the bottom right, which is a nothing burger.
Yes, and now the knight can be captured because the bishop for white has been replaced by a pawn. It doesn't have the same abilities.
Capture the knight with the king.
With the king. Does he see that? Because in his mind, he can't take it for so long.
Right. It becomes almost an immovable piece.
Oh, no. Oh, he's going forward, which is not horrible because white has to play the best move, which might not happen.
What's the best move, Levy?
It's queen up and try to dance your way out. I mean, this is looking very tough for white. There's a lot of ways to lose your queen. Here. Like, there's a lot of ways you can get closer with the queen, and it gets captured.
And that's one of them.
And that's the worst one. That is the worst move on the board.
King can capture queen. It's a free king capture queen.
Wait, Ludwig, it is forced. Black has no legal move except taking the queen.
And Toast sees it.
All right.
For this one.
Your winner, a queen blunder.
Wow.
Right at the end of the round.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
And what a shock to the mental that must be. That's the final move that they both made before going into our third and final boxing round. Holy shit.
How did that just happen?
God, I love low-level chess. I fucking love it.
Yo, now it's do or die for Pointcrow. He just gave away his advantage on the chessboard. He's got to come with fire and brimstone in this boxing
It's over
round.
in chess. Like, it's over in chess.
Hey, it's never over with these two on the board. And here's the fact of the matter. The main card is delivering right now.
Yep.
We had the early lead by Pointcrow in boxing and chess. Toast flipping it around in both sports. Let's see how the third and final round goes. Does the tune continue? Does Toast take more of an edge? Does Pointcrow fire back? What do you think?
So back and forth, so exciting. Toast with comebacks in both boxing and now in chess. It all comes down to this boxing round, and if Pointcrow can come at Toast, land some big shots, maybe force a mistake in the next chess round, or maybe end it in this boxing round.
And to everybody watching at home, I got to say thank you to Fansly for making the Mogul Chess Boxing Championship happen. They want you to do two things. They said this. They said you have to subscribe to the channel if you're watching. I'm actually reading. You see this?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Legally, you have to. If you just scroll, it's 5 seconds. It's free. They're saying you have to. But also, they want you to sign up for free exclusive behind-the-scenes content of this event. You can see behind-the-scenes content of this event. You can sign up to Fansly for free. Make sure you sign up with Twitch. If you want to see any of your other favorite creators who are already creating content on Fansly, over 200,000 creators.
Are you ready?
Let me stop, because we're about to fucking fight, baby. Let's get on your feet, everybody.
On your feet, make some noise.
Final round of boxing in this event. It's Toast. It's Pointcrow.
Pointcrow has to knock him out.
Oh, no defense. All offense. Big hooks landing for both fighters.
There's only been one count. It was against Toast.
Andrew stepping in, separating, and recontinuing the action.
Minute 10 on the clock.
He's got to go.
Oh, wow. Body, a big shot up top for Toast.
And Pointcrow has to prove
Good two jabs for Pointcrow.
That queen blunder is forcing this boxing round to be so important for Pointcrow.
That's right, Pointcrow, it's all coming down to this. He's got to do some damage, or he's got to get 3 knockdowns, or he's got to knock him out. Jabs coming in, finding the distance. Toast gives one of his own.
Good
a little
split.
wrap up and separated.
Gonna
again,
need you to get
continuing.
loud for
Really
this.
got 40 seconds left. Halfway through the third.
Oh.
Really nice. Step in.
Oh,
Two
he
shot.
hurt him. He's definitely hurt him. There's
I see
blood
some
on his
blood.
face.
There's blood after that shot.
Busted him open, 27 seconds.
Pointcrow's got to make something happen. The chessboard's looking bad, so the brain's got to look
He's got to
good.
rely on that right hand, and
And
Toast.
Toast grapples, hanging on for dear life. Time, we got blood on the nose.
They're taking a look at it. They're taking a look at it. Toast has to prove that he's able to keep fighting here. He's going to rally here, pausing the clock. 13 seconds. Let's get loud, everybody.
It all comes down to this for Pointcrow. 13 seconds.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh! Right hand lands for Toast. Up against the ropes. Another big shot lands for Pointcrow.
5 seconds.
remain.
3, 2, 1.
And there
Wow.
in the round. Both damage for both players. Pointcrow bloodying the nose of Toast, landing some big shots. Toast landing some of his own.
Two moves and one gave away
This
3
is
points
Final
of
what's
death round.
Been
The
happening.
most damage
NordVPN we've seen someone be and continue to fight.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see.
You guys can watch this in multiple
how
languages.
this
Click the here in the
goes
bottom.
in the
TV
final round of
languages.
chess.
Know
Let's take a
how
look
this
at
will
after that
start.
Star Forge system
Whatever comes
replays
upon.
And
of that
The
last
boxing
but he's
round.
also the round one you gave to
seen
Pointcrow.
a
Round
whole
two
lot
you
of
said even maybe
building
Toast
thought
favored.
of-
Round
Ooh.
three, break call here, Matt.
I think because of the damage done to Toast with the bloody nose
believe
and the
that the round is
busier
over.
fighter
Yeah,
being
I hope.
Pointcrow, I think he landed more punches. I think he eked out that third round, but it was close.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
Boom, big shot. That's where he bloodied.
Levy, we don't want to talk about it just yet, but I think this chess might be a little bit more dubious than you think.
Yeah, I agree. The problem for Pointcrow is that he's given up so much, and he's got some real difficulties getting his pieces out right now. He's going to probably have to rely more on the clock, which we have seen be used as a piece.
And
That's
this is
right.
the final round of the entire match between these two. Rather than 2 minutes on the chess clock, it will be 4 minutes.
Oh, look at him hugging it out. Look at that show of sportsmanship.
Fucking beautiful right here. So emotional. I mean, putting yourself out there on the ring. Matt, tell me, is there anything like it?
Love the respect, love the sportsmanship. These two are obviously great competitors, really going at it in the ring, but obviously love each other. Big hugs there at the end after the final boxing round, and now they're going to duke it out with their brains on the board.
And for Toes, the taste of blood in his mouth. I mean, seriously, when's the last time you played chess and you were bleeding because of it?
After I watched Shirley's Admit.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, this is our final round. It's the 7th round. 4 minutes of chess
And
will determine
oh
a
my
winner.
gosh, dead even on clock. 144, 152. Not dead even on the board, but does Toast have the killer instinct? He's been in survival mode most of tonight, on the board and off.
And again, for everybody watching online and in person, stick around for the end because we do have a surprise from Cash App that's worth hanging out for as we enter the final round. Levy, tell me why it's so fucked.
It's very bad because one guy has a queen and the other guy doesn't. But does that guy know that he needs to use his queen? Because Pointcrow might just stall and play quickly. He might be cerebral enough to realize it's not so easy to use a queen, frankly. I mean, he's getting it in there, right? Like, there we go.
Right, but it's also worth noting that he only wins if he checkmates or wins in time.
Yes, and if pawn takes pawn occurs, it's very close to over. The queen can come down all the way to b1. Okay, it does that. That's also fine.
Yeah, he'll get there slowly, but
Yes.
the fact of the matter is if it's a stalemate, it goes by boxing decision.
Yes.
Which, Matt, tell me if I'm wrong.
There's a very bad chance we get this checkmate. That move one on the board.
One.
Oh, and he's ran his king, but queen can take the rook. It's very close to lost. And he does! And he does. Toast is just moments away from winning this bout.
Again, if a stalemate occurs, Matt, who will win in your
And the
mind?
queen can take that bishop, by the way.
That's
the
right.
queen can take everything.
It comes down to rounds 1 in boxing, which is scored based
Free
off
rook.
of significant strikes.
And he takes everything. He's taken everything.
Everyone's popping off, but I'm nervous. Because if he takes all the pieces, it increases the chances of stalemate. Stalemate only occurs if there's no legal move that Pointcrow can make while he's not in check.
Do not repeat the position 3 times. Don't repeat 3 times.
I believe the way it works for this is that it only counts if they both agree.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I wish that applies for my games. King moves up a little bit, and I think there's mate. Oh my gosh, both. This is textbook.
Coming in with the big power.
Yeah.
It's mate. It's made in a few moves.
Let's see if he's able to find it.
He's gonna walk his king to the edge of the board with the rook and the queen.
Yeah, rook b2.
All right, he does it with the queen.
Wait for it. Crowd's murmuring.
Mate in 1 on the board. There it is!
Toast! That's our first checkmate of the night. A fucking amazing main event. So much love to these 2 fighters. Toast, Pointcrow. Give them some more love, everybody, as we kick it over to our ring announcer, Jerma, before our special Cash App surprise.
Wow! That was a slobber knocker, as they say. Aggressive, big brain, unbelievable. But in the very end, let's get the decision here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move this away. Let's go ahead and do it right now. Your winner by checkmate, Disguised Toast.
Let's hear it, everyone. What an incredible fight. So back and forth. Toast coming out on top.
Unbelievable.
That was amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
That was this sport encapsulated.
Absolutely great effort by both fighters. Obviously a lot of love and respect between the two. Oh my God. What a
show tonight. Let's talk to the competitors. Toast, I want to start with you. How do you feel, man? Talked about the emotions here.
A lot going on. Mostly the pain in my head. But huge thank you to my opponent, Eric. What a champion, what a fighter.
Humble in victory. Eric, what do you have to say?
Dude, that was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and I would have never, ever done it with any other person except for Toast. Mad respect to that guy. He's a real one. Oh my God, that was great.